Hi, my name is India and this is Cardona Comics TCG. Today we're going to be covering the TCG Player Pro site. There are a couple of things that I had to learn the hard way, even though I had watched a lot of content surrounding how to get it up as quickly and efficiently as possible. So come with me and we're going to help get you started. So once you get approved for the Pro Seller site, you get this access to the Pro Settings tab. Do not be like me and put your real address as your business address, like your home. That's how you get doxxed, and nobody wants that. So change it to your local post office. That'll work. Nobody's going to get mad at you. There's some other settings here that matter if you have a brick and mortar store, but we're not going to pay attention to that right now. We are going to move on to our Pro website dashboard. This is where you can change your URL to, preferably your business name, but whatever you want it to be. When you first get it, it'll not say active. You have to activate it yourself. Then we're going to go into this tab and start messing with our profile picture, our favicon, our name, all that fun stuff. Your favicon is the little icon that goes next to your tab on either desktop or mobile. So I just designed this really quick, easy one. It's just the CC for Cardona Comics. You can also choose things like light or dark mode. You can choose your branding color, which I just like light blue, so that's what I picked. They have this preview box for the fonts, but I have found that it doesn't work. It doesn't actually preview a lot of the fonts. You can't really see it, and it's negligible on your website. People are going to go there to buy cards. They're not looking at your font. Don't be like me and try to perfectionist it for about 30 minutes until you just give up. Down here we have our footer text. I just say thank you for shopping at Cardona Comics. I include the fact that I ship same day or next day, just depending on the day and time. If you order something Saturday night, I'll get it to the post office on Sunday, but it's not going to move until Monday. I really wish we had another cheap option for shipping out plain white envelopes, but alas, we do not. Below the footer we have the social media links. I actually need to update mine and add my YouTube channel now that I have it up and running. From there, we're going to move on to the content page, and that's where the fun really gets started. You can have your homepage, which I call it Starting Town. Nobody's going to see it but me, but I like it. On your homepage, you can add banners. I have 4, 2 for Magic the Gathering, 1 for Pokemon, and 1 for One Piece. My beloved Magic the Gathering gets 2 banners right now because Lorwyn Eclipse just came out and it is a very hype set that I am very excited for. You can write your own description and button text. I would recommend going and getting the URL for the page before you come and do this, that way it's already there. The background image just came from TCG Player's library. They have all the games, all the sets, and it's a lot easier than having to make one yourself, especially if you're in a time crunch. And let me tell you, as a mother of 2 under 2, I am always in a time crunch. I think the little personal touches just also add to your branding. They have the default banners, but this one goes the extra mile. At the bottom, we have our social widgets. This is where I put my most recent YouTube videos. You just use the ID at the end of the link. You can also add things like calendar widgets. You can use Twitter widgets, images, whatever you really need. And lastly, we have the kiosk. I imagine this applies more if you have a brick and mortar store or if you're doing vending. It has its own unique properties, but that's about as much as I know about it. So now we can go look at our beautiful website we just made. We can see our profile picture, our banners are set up. I have my area for About Me. I call it the lore because I think it's funny. This is where you get to talk about yourself and kind of your journey into TCGs. Even though hardly anyone will read it, it's still there. Now, the best-selling cards area is auto-generated by TCG Player. It goes off of the Marketplace website and what's best-selling there, not your page entirely. You can see my little YouTube video down here, just like we said with the widgets. And in the top corner are your social media icons. Again, there's the footer, there's your contact info where you're not doxing yourself, because people are crazy and you can never be too careful. Back at the top, you can browse by game and then by what set of that game. I also highly recommend, I'm going to show it here in a second, there's an option to only show games that you have active inventory for. If you have cards that you've sold before and it has a price, it will show it even though it is not in stock, and that is not good. So I had to dig around a minute to find it, but under Pro Settings, you'll see the Pro Store Inventory Display. That's where you're going to want to select the items that are only in stock, not the things that you just have prices for but don't have any of. So over here in channel settings, you can choose certain games that if you don't want to show it, if you only want to sell it on the marketplace, which I'm not sure why you would, you can do that. When you first come here, you're not going to be able to change your prices between your store and your marketplace. So personally, I do a reduced amount, about 5%, for my store to incentivize people to shop there. There are lower fees when you sell through your pro store, so it kind of makes out in the end. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, that sort of fair. Overall, I think the pro seller site is absolutely worth it. Ideally, I would have liked to drive more traffic to it before I started it, but now that I'm here, I don't regret it. Unlike a good crockpot recipe, this is not a set it and forget it kind of venture. You should absolutely be updating your site as new games, new sets come out, and let the people know what you're doing. Update your YouTube videos, update your social media. As they recently said in Fallout, never underestimate the power of brand recognition. Thanks for watching, I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.